101.3, Indie 101.5, and Mixed Talk Media. And I'm available anywhere that you listen to podcasts, okay, and your radio shows. So get on it, okay? Let's do this. I love to connect with you and promote what you got going on. Let's get it. If you or someone you know would like to be a guest on the Blueprint Live, visit thebpmediacode.com today. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to another week of the Blueprint Live with your girl, MzMetchi. Brought to you by Philly 101.5 and Indy 95.3 and Fluent Radio. Shout out to our partners, Be Your Own Kind and MzWTT, honey. And thank you to our amazing sponsors, Tax Strategy, Black Dollar Days, Fiya Infusions, and last but not least, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi. Okay, tune in every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time and at 9 p.m. Eastern Time in Philly. All right, y'all, it's showtime. Let's get it.
What it do? Your favorite cousin Young Jock checking in, and right now you're tuned into the Blueprint Live with my favorite MzMetchi. All right, hey man, you know what it is. Keep doing what you're doing and keep it right here. Chill.
Yo, I don't know what you think you're doing, but I know what you should be doing. I'm the pride of the Eastside DJ MH Tutter, and you need to tune into the Blueprint Live with MzMetchi.
Yo, what's happening in? What's happening in? Ow! It's your $2 Fabo, Bankhead Fabo. Ow! Hey, man, check this out. I want y'all to tune in right now to the Blueprint Live with MzMetchi. And I want you to tune in every Thursday at 6:30 Central Time. Ah! Ow! Fabo!
The world I'm chasing.
Hey.
All of the faking. You can't fool me. I ain't worried about that. Ain't worried about this. Ain't worried about that.
I ain't worried about this. I ain't worried about nothing, okay?
Ain't worried about that. Ain't worried about
Y'all hear the song.
Ain't worried about this. Ain't worried about that. Ain't worried about nothing. Ain't worried about nothing. Ain't worried about this.
Get your drink.
Ain't worried about ride in my own lane. Ain't worried about switching. Just picture me rolling, man. You see the two-seater, it's short like a cheetah. The Beamer is
Shout out to all my indie artists.
Chilly, I'm cold, I'm cold. Hot as a bowl of grits. So legit.
Shout out to all the indie artists. Look, y'all know, okay? Over here at the Blueprint Live, we gonna play your music, okay? All my indie artists, make sure that y'all check in. Welcome back to another week of the Blueprint Live. It's your girl, MzMetchi. Happy Thursday, wherever you are. We got a whole blizzard that's about to hit the Chicagoland area. So I hope wherever you are right now that you are warm and cozy, because I heard it's about to turn up outside for all of my people that's in the Chicagoland area. I want to shout out all of my listeners. Of course, I'm Chicago because that's number one, and in Jersey, Philly, and Houston, okay? Everyone tuning in on Fluent Radio, Philly Jams 95.3, Indy 101.5, and Mixed Talk Media. What down? What's going on? Y'all, this week I have an amazing show for you. I have my special guest with me. Y'all know I've been promoting her all week, okay? I got PtalksSoul coaching. I have Miss Patrice Simmons in my virtual lounge right now, and she's about to join me so that we can talk about her business and how she's helping people like you and like me, okay? So y'all make sure that y'all stay tuned so that we can talk with Miss Patrice, okay? If you're interested in advertising with me, make sure that you visit thebpmediacode.com for more information. I have lots of ad space, just different things. I'm here. Remember, I'm here to promote you, okay? It's not about me. It's all about you all. So make sure that you get you a little something in your cup, because tonight, y'all, we've got a lot to talk about. Tonight's topic, what we're going to be speaking about is this. Oh, I don't know if y'all ready. I'm gonna put it up there anyway. How do you handle rejection? I feel like that, of course, it's something that we don't like to talk about, because who wants to talk about being rejected, whether it's from a job or whether it's from a romantic interest, whatever it is. I want to know. I want y'all to tell me, how do you handle it? It was funny because when I was talking with my friend Renita, shout out to Be Your Own Kind, our partners, y'all know, soft plug. She's like, girl, I don't deal with it. I'm like, well, that's an approach. So you all make sure that you tune in later on in the show. Come on back for the topic of the night, okay? Last but not least, I have to shout out my amazing sponsors, okay? So shout out to Black Dollar Days. Now, if you all know, say, honey, she is back on the scene and she is searching for Black-owned businesses to partner with. Okay. She wants to list you all on her online directory so that when they visit theblackdollardays.com, they know that they can find you. They are finding reliable Black-owned businesses. Okay, because we need to create that network. The net worth is determined. Okay, like come on now. Y'all know what it is. So make sure that you visit the blackdollardays.com for more information. And of course, shout out to Paris Ice Bar. She is your mobile bartender. Okay. Wherever you need Miss Paris Ice Bar, she gonna pop up and she's gonna pop out. Okay. So make sure that you all book with her. And of course, last but not least, for all of those that like a little bit of the sticky to the icky, make sure that you are following Fiya Infusions. Okay. They got everything you need. They've got you covered on that front. Last but not least, it's time to bring in my guest. I'm so excited. I got connected with Patrice through Miss Keisha Hurd. Y'all know she was on the show actually not too long ago. It's probably been maybe a little bit over a month. I don't know, y'all. Time has been going a little bit crazy for me, but we had been connected with one another, but I'm just like, when I heard about what she had going on, I'm like, she's the perfect person to come on and talk with everyone, because I think that no matter where you are in life, we can always use some uplifting, and we can always use any type of coaching, things that are going to help us be better versions of ourselves. So without further ado, let me just get this cued in, because baby, I got to make sure it's right for Miss Patrice. Patrice, you ready to go? Can I get a thumbs up? All right, let me go ahead and bring in my special guest for tonight, Miss Patrice Simmons. Hey.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Girl, I'm great now that we together.
Yes.
We've been promoting it all week, so now we are here, baby. We are here.
Yes, we are.
Well, let me say hey to Whitney. Hey, Whitney, thank you so much for tuning in. Patrice, girl.
Yes.
First off, when you sent me your information, okay, I was so interested to know about like the journey, right?
Yes.
Of how you started P Talks coaching, how you got into helping, uplift others. So can you just kind of share a little bit about your journey of how you got your coaching business started?
Absolutely. So when I was younger, I was literally, people always would come to me for help. My family, my friends, all of that. So when I would, I always wanted to be a counselor. Let's just say that I always wanted to be a counselor, but I didn't really stick it out.
Okay.
So as I progressed, I just went through things in my life, with being a newlywed couple, being married young, having kids young. So I felt like I can, relate to certain people, and not certain people, but any woman, for that matter. I did come across P Talk. So it was just something I would just put quotes and inspirational things on Facebook. And I started to see like a lot of people being interested in the things that I would say and post. And then it wasn't then until I discovered that, let me do PtalksSoul, and it was just starting out, like I said, little inspirational quotes, just post. And then all of us, I just really was like, let me move forward. Let me try this, and it was just not even like a sporadic moment. It was just like, okay, go do it. Step out on faith. You got it. And I think that's what made me want to help people further in their journey, help them discover who they are, help them come out of that trauma.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I thought that it was interesting. I'm like, when you said that it started from like the inspirational memes and everything, I'm like, wow, I'm like, look at what it's evolved to. Like now they can literally book with you to kind of get that one-on-one help.
Exactly.
And, another thing that I really wanted to kind of touch on, because, I naturally, I know so many different coaches and different things, but I love the fact that like with yours, it's also spiritually based, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So talk to me a little bit about that. It's like, are you kind of finding that with taking that approach that is kind of making that coaching a little bit like easier for you? I'm so interested. I'm sorry.
You know what? I think so. Taking that approach does make it easier because it touches within, everything is within. And I feel like if you can be able to express that gratitude within, you'll be able to attract that gratitude on the outside. And, you know, spiritually, I just feel like you can be your authentic self. You know, it allows you to be you. It allows you to express yourself in a safe space. So with my coaching, I'd like to try to be unique and different with the different tools that I try to come across, like the 16 personalities quiz, you know, different things like that. So I just try to take a different approach on certain things in certain areas so people can be able to get to a side what they never knew. So it definitely is spiritual.
One thing I did want to ask you, Patrice, with your coaching, you know, and just for my listeners that are tuning in, because one thing we like to do over here, Patrice, we like to support and we like to, you know, get in tune with all of our guests. But do you do the individual coaching, or do you do like couples coaching, or, you know, or is it kind of like a culmination of all of those things?
It is a combination of everything. So it's not just, you know, specific. It is a combination.
Okay. So, you know, a lot of people like myself that, you know, you were doing like all of these different, you know, things. You got your hand in different pots, you know. As far as for your, you know, your clients and people that you serve, who are like, kind of like, what's your demographic? Like, do you find yourself getting with a lot of like professionals, or is it people kind of needing more individual type of coaching?
Individual coaching. I haven't dealt with any professionals as of yet. That is something that I would love to do in the future. But right now, my main focus and goal is to help people out to discover themselves. So it's really individual based.
Okay. And, you know, since the time that you've started P Talks, Patrice, can you think, we don't blast nobody on the show, but can you think of an instance where you were able to help someone, like just with your coaching, and you were able to see really a phenomenal turnaround as far as whatever it was that they came to you for initially?
Absolutely. I had a couple clients and they were going through a very tough time in their life. And I honestly didn't believe in myself at first because, the feedback that they were giving me, I'm like, really? Are you serious? Like, am I really helping you? But to see them now, honestly, Michi, it's a beautiful thing. And that's why I love, it's not about the money for me. It's all about helping my clients get to the other side, the side where it's much brighter at. They don't have to stay in darkness. They don't have to be stagnant. I want you to grow, to elevate, remove those blockages. So to see that my clients who I worked with, a few of them recently, like last year, a total wreck. This year, the spaces that they have elevated to, I am beyond amazed and astonished at the fact that they were moving. So
my auntie is over here. She said, "Do you take health insurance?" My auntie.
Not your auntie.
She gonna make sure them benefits is gonna get used. Bye, auntie. They coming soon.
Not yet, but you know what? That's so funny because I was just telling my husband a couple of days ago that I want to try to see if I could do health insurance. That way people can be able to, that I could reach out to more people, because I know money is kind of different within the pandemic, and like I said, I'm going to start doing some 10-minute sessions, whatever, with people, consultations. I want your business. It's not about the money with me. I want your business. I want to see you move forward into your purpose. That's what I'm all about.
Patrice, I would imagine that you talk to a lot of people that are probably trying to navigate within their purpose, or like you said, even find their purpose. Can you kind of maybe share from your point of view what's like a common thing that maybe you see that holds a lot of people back when they come to you initially?
Relationships.
But wait a minute. Do I need to sip? Patrice? Wait a minute.
You're going to have to sip. But
what do you mean relationships? Let's talk about it.
Yes. A lot of people come to me regarding their relationships. Okay. A lot of people don't know when to walk away. That's the main thing for, people I work with. They don't know how to walk away. And I get it. And that's why I try to go deep into their souls and say, what's keeping you here? What's making you stay? What trauma have you experienced in your past that's keeping you bounded to this person, whether it's male or woman? So that's something I run into a lot.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Do you find that, especially like within our community, that it's like men that they have a little bit more of a different dynamic, or like do like because what I find, most of my friends that I know that are like therapists, they're coaches, it's mostly a lot of women that come to them. But would you say that you have men that also they come to you for services as well?
You know what? I only had one male client.
Okay.
It's like I'm trying to find a way to break even with them. Like, come talk to me. I want to make it a safe space for them to speak to me, to get what they need to get. Because outside of this, the color of their skin, I want them to get to the bottom of their trauma, because it's a cycle.
Absolutely.
So I definitely feel like majority women are my clients, but I do want that co-ed clientele.
Absolutely. Okay, men that are listening in, that are in coaching. Patrice, what would you say, if someone, maybe they're kind of having some challenges, like when is that moment that they probably should reach out and get a coach?
If they are in a space for more than 2 days, I would say. If you're in a space of more than 2 days, if you're constantly thinking about what is that you should do, or what is it that you shouldn't do, you need to reach out for help. You need to seek assistance.
Absolutely. Okay, look, Patrice is dropping gems for y'all. So, I mean, in case you didn't know,
don't be stagnant.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I have to be honest with you. And all of my listeners, they know I'm an advocate for. I'm like, go to therapy, get a coach, do all of those things. And I can honestly say that before I allowed those type of people, to go and get professional help or just go and talk to someone, it was difficult to really take that leap, because it involves a certain level of openness, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and and a lot of people, I mean, 9 times out of 10, if they're having issues and they need those professionals like yourself in the first place, that's kind of hard to even come to in the beginning,
Right.
I want to know from you, Patrice, how do you kind of ease your clients to, ease them into the process of opening up so that you can help them?
So I just try to get a little bit about the background. I try to stay in a peaceful zone. Everyone who approaches me always say, your energy is so peaceful. So I feel like they automatically are just connected to me.
Yeah.
Right then and there, because it's like, okay, now they feel safe, with the stuff that I'm asking them. I'm not trying to get into your business. I'm trying to make you see that this is safe space. This is confidential. I'm not trying to trick you out your position. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think that outside of just my energy of them approaching me and me approaching them, they automatically just feel safe.
Okay. I mean, and that's important. You have to be comfortable with whoever you're going to be working with, I mean, at any capacity, but especially when you're thinking about having a coach and, and doing those things. So thank you for sharing that. Because, I think a lot of people, they have a hard time.
They do. It's hard to open up because you don't know. People can use that as leverage. People will throw stones. They will get mad at you and throw things back in your face. And it's just, it's not right. So I understand why people don't want to open up.
Patrice, how important do you feel that it is for individuals to have a safe space?
It is very important. It is very important for growth. It's very important for your emotional health, your emotional, just being your mental health all around is very important. I feel like you have to be able to be open. You can't suppress things. If you're suppressing things, that's how you gain weight. That's how you are irritable. You're angry. You're upset at the world. So I feel like it's very, be honest. The truth hurts. So, the truth hurts. You have to acknowledge the truth. You have to accept the truth and just move forward.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Patrice, you dropping gems tonight, girl. Hold on now. Wait. Now, let me ask you a question, because I didn't see it, but something is telling me. Are you going to like write a book or something soon?
Oh, look.
I feel like I'm feeling that on your spirit. It's giving like a self-help, like encouraging, uplifting type of thing. Like, is that coming in the future? Can we count on that?
You can count on that. That'll be there in the future.
Okay, well, I know we got to wait for that, but you came on tonight, and before we went live, you were sharing with me that you've got something big coming up that we're gonna give them a little teaser to. We can't give y'all all the deets. Y'all have to follow Patrice.
Yes.
Okay, to get it. But Patrice, kind of share a little bit of things of what's coming up for you.
Yes. So in May, I am going to be hosting an event that is Speak Your Piece. And that's going to be an open mic event and it's going to be a safe space event for everyone to come out, whoever attends. It is going to be a free event also, but it is going to be a safe space and open space for people to speak their piece. When they speak their piece, we're going to immediately let it go. So that day we're acknowledging, we're accepting whatever happened in our past, and we're moving forward that day.
I love that. I love that. So, I mean, we'll definitely be sharing the details. And you got to come back on a little bit closer to the
Absolutely.
time to remind the people that
Yeah.
they have to go to the event.
Yes, I definitely will.
Yeah, and I always like to ask my guests because look, I'll keep you on here forever, but I always like to ask everyone to kind of is there something that you want to do with PtalksSoul coaching that you haven't quite manifested, because we like to manifest things over here.
Yeah.
So what are some things that you really want to do with the brand and moving forward?
I want to make it into a panel. I want to be able to tour, to different cities. Not make it such as a big thing, but I do want to go to like some cities and tour and give people that opportunity to be able to free themselves. So that is something I want to do too. I want to make it a panel. I want to travel with some of the women that I've worked with and allow them to tell their story as well, and how I help them, and the tools that help them as well.
Okay.
That's something that's something I'm interested in right now.
I definitely have someone, and she is tuning in. Shout out to Whitney, and I am just with. I think that you all should connect. I don't know. It's yeah. We'll be talking about that offline, but but Patrice. But before I let you leave me tonight, if there's someone that's tuning in now, or that'll be tuning in, after the broadcast is over tonight, that they may just be kind of going back and forth. They're like, I don't know if I could get a coach. I feel like I need somebody. I'm not sure. What is something that you would say to them tonight?
I would say to them is ask yourself, sit somewhere quietly, close your eyes, and ask yourself these questions, and allow your mind and your intuition to answer. Mm-hmm. Once you come across that intuition the first time, then you go with your answer and you move forward.
Absolutely. And they better contact you, right?
You contact me, because I do free consultations. Come on.
Absolutely. Well, Patrice, before you leave me, let them know one more time, because I got it on here for the visual, but for my people that's tuning in on Fluent, Jams 95.3 and Indie and Mixed Talk, let them know how they can follow you and also how they can book your services.
Absolutely. So you can come to Facebook, which is PtalksSoul Coaching. Also Instagram is also PtalksSoul Coaching. And I do have a website, PtalksSoulCoaching.org, where you can book a free consultation. It'll be 30 minutes.
Girl, I put .com, child, not org. We're going to change that. Hold on, because we got the right one. Okay, look, we're going to update it real quick. So, and that was PtalksSoulCoaching.org.
Yes, .org, yes.
Perfect. Well, what you're doing, the work that you're doing, Patrice, is amazing. It really is. And I love to see, like I said, when I read that little blurb, I said, oh, I'm like, look at what she did. She is inspiring the masses. I love to hear stories like that, because we all have a story of how we got started. And I always love to hear that. So thank you so much for coming on and sharing with me tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Well, look, this ain't the last time, because you got to come back before the event.
Absolutely. I definitely will be back.
Absolutely. Well, I will talk to you soon. Okay. Have a good night.
Right. Thank you. You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Y'all make sure that y'all go and follow Miss Patrice Simmons. Okay. Make sure that you are following PtalksSoul Coaching on Facebook, and make sure you all head over to Instagram, PtalksSoul Coaching. Okay. All together, and visit PtalksSoulCoaching.org, okay, to book her services. Patrice, she's such a sweet soul. And I mean, just even like I said, those ladies connected with her through Keisha, and Black Dollar Days, My Vision, My Journey, all of these ladies, they are just absolutely amazing. So you all make sure that you get in tune with her. Okay. I have to pay some bills real quick. I'm going to go ahead and keep Patrice's information up while we take a quick commercial break. And when I come back, I have tonight's Hate It and Love It. And like, for real, y'all, okay, I'm about to talk to y'all about probably some of the realest stuff that I think I've ever talked to y'all about on this show before. And it's involving me, baby. So I mean, you know, I guess if you're trying to get a little tea, baby, you might want to stick around. Okay, we'll be right back.
Are you ready to get into the best shape of your life? Sign up today for the Strongest for the Longest Elite membership by visiting www.livetraineat.com. Brought to you by Live Train Eat in partnership with Apex Universe. The Black Dollar Days initiative has officially kicked off. Make sure that you join founder Faye Porter in her mission in uplifting the Black community. You can join by registering your business or just replying that you're in and you're ready to be in on this initiative. Okay? Visit theblackdollardays.com and do what you need to do to be a part of this. Be a part of the change that you want to see. Make sure that you follow them on all social media and let them know that the Blueprint Media Company sent you. All right, y'all. It's time for Hate It and Love It. Let's get into it.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. It's your girl, MzMetchi. I was just jamming real quick.
Getting things done. Uncle, where I'm from. TV want you done.
Y'all know I like to dance a little bit. Let me get into these comments. What y'all talking about over here? What y'all talking about, baby? Yes. Wait a minute. How did I miss all of these comments? First off, before I go, we got to read some of these comments. Auntie Tracy said other people may need your help. Y'all make sure that y'all get with Patrice. Okay, y'all need to get with her. Whitney said, I love therapy. It's so needed. Absolutely. And you all make sure, I mean, look, I got hella coaches in the game. Okay. Y'all make sure y'all get with Just Wit as well. Okay. When you drop your information. Auntie Tracy said, I said that very thing. That's so important to speak your truth. Holding on to it only hurts yourself. Absolutely. Absolutely. It was good. Yes, girl. I'm glad you good. Hey, David. David said that they are watching from Cedar Hill, Texas. Come on now, Texas. Now, come on now. Hey. All right. We had Laverne Cameron on. Great job, daughter. She did an amazing job. An amazing, amazing job. We love Patrice, and we'll definitely be supporting her. I want to go ahead and get into tonight's Hate and Love It. So I'm gonna, let me start it off. I told you I was gonna we're gonna go there tonight. And I went back and forth all day if I was gonna share this. I went back and forth all day. I need y'all to know. And I'm going to, my Auntie Tracy, she's on here. She knows I called her earlier and I had my little, y'all know my mantra is allow yourself to have a moment, an episode, or a season, but don't stay there, right? And today was more like an episode. So something that I'm going back and forth on it, but I'm gonna do it because I feel like, I have everybody on the show every week. I was literally just telling my husband this before he left today. I'm like, I have everyone come on the show and they tell me about their journeys. And I mean, y'all know if you tune in every week that people have opened up about a lot of stuff, and I open up too, but I'm a little bit like a little flower. I'm like, let me draw in my petals real quick. But my hated this week is I have been trying to, we have been trying to expand our family. And, I can honestly say, y'all, that I have been taking things in stride as I'm waiting, for that to be the moment, right? For it to happen. And, naturally there's been some things and of course some challenges along the way. And today, it was like I had to go and basically, kind of have we had to go in and check on some things. We'll keep it cute for the radio. And, it just, y'all, it's, I have to talk and be honest with the fact that like when it's not happening, when things are not happening, especially when you're talking about things of fertility, it is frustrating. It's disheartening, and a lot of, like, unless you were like in like my like inner circle of people that I talk to intricately like that, a lot of people don't know some of the things that I've felt, the things that my husband and I have gone through, or what, whatever the case is, they're just not aware, and I think that sometimes it could be, it's a lot to take on. It's a lot to really to get in tune with. It's not fun. I'm like I almost kind of wish that it could just be like like it's a surprise, it's here. And when I went today, I went for one procedure and ended up finding out about that there's other things that have to be done. And the thing that kept coming to my mind as I was having my breakdown earlier when I was talking to my aunt is that delayed is not denied, right? Going through this journey and having some of the hiccups and some of the challenges that I've been facing along the way, and not just I say I, but it's I, myself, and my husband that we have been dealing with along the way. It's challenging. It's challenging and it's hard to talk about. As women, it's like, even from the time that we were little girls, it's been ingrained in us that it's just like, okay, you want to, get your life together. You want to, have a family and do all of these different things. And the one thing that is like, we are, one of the things that we're made to do, it's a struggle. And my hated it this week is just some of the challenges that I've been facing along the way with that. And it's hard, y'all. It's hard. And and it's like, I have to take my energy and I have to take that pain that I feel from that and I have to turn it into power, because that's my mantra too, turn pain into power. But days like today, it was harder than it usually is. So any of my ladies, any of my couples, anyone that's tuning in, if you are genuine, if you're experiencing this, if you feel me on this, okay? Like if you feel me on this, I know it's probably y'all hated it too. And trust me, I'm smiling right now, but I was a mess earlier. I mean, I thank God for great concealer, because my eyes was over here looking like pop. Somebody popped me in them, because I'm like, I was in tears. I was in tears, And Whitney said, my story. Absolutely. And it's just, I love the fact that it's like, I do have, so many women, most of the women in my life are mothers, right? They're mothers already. And sometimes, talking to different women that may not have had to go through those different struggles or whatever the case is, it's, they're like, oh, you hear the cliche phrases like, it's gonna happen. And you know what, to anybody, if I've ever said that before I was actually trying, I'm so sorry, because I recognize how it like feels like it's super insensitive, but I get it. And it's just like, that it's gonna come or whatever the case is, but it's just hard right now. So that's definitely the hated it. Auntie Tracy said it just took a minute, but you a boss. My Auntie Tracy was literally saying that to me earlier. Like, when I tell you, like, was inconsolable, I could not be consoled earlier. I don't think I even got myself together until about 3:45. I was like, I have a special guest coming on tonight, and that's the thing. It's like, as you're going through the journey, when you're trying to figure out things with fertility or whatever the case is, you're still trying to move forward. You're still trying to live your life day to day, and it's a struggle. And I feel like that, even with talking about my experience, like, I owe it to y'all to be real, that I'm like, I go through things too. Just because, you have a lot of wins, it doesn't mean that you're not, suffering different losses and things of that sort too. So any of my ladies, if you're going through it, okay, that's the hated it this week. Okay. That's definitely the hated it. We're going to keep it cute. Okay. We're going to keep it cute and we're going to keep it on mute, but that's what's going on. So that's my hated it. And also, I have another thing. Whitney said it ain't easy, but it's doable. It absolutely is. I mean, you know what? Knowing, like, stories like my friend Whitney, knowing what she has gone through, and and other women that have had that same walk and that same journey, it does still leave me inspired. That it's just like, you know what? It's delayed, but it is not denied. I like, when I tell y'all, was literally so toe up today, could not even keep myself together, to the fact when they were doing blood work and it was a black lady. I'm gonna have to make this my love it. This black lady, because of course I was at the doctor, I was there by myself, and she knew, like, I was sitting there, I had my arm out, everything. I'm like, this is me. And I had my arm out and I could not even keep it together. I was like, I need some tissue. I'm like, I'm about to start crying at this point. Like, I can't deal with this, you know? And she looked at me and she was just like, oh my gosh, you got some bad news. I was like, I did get some bad news today. And then I was like, yeah, I did. And she said, she was like, that, who has the final say. And I was like, I do. And when I tell y'all, this Black woman, she gave me the biggest hug today. Like, I literally felt like, and I was telling my auntie, it was like one of them mother hugs, you know, like girl, like come in, let me just embrace you and hug on you. And I just needed that so much. So she's definitely the love it, even though it was a hated it and there was a lot of stuff going on. She was the one. Auntie Tracy said, you have to walk a mile in someone else's shoes to know where they've been. Yeah, it's, you know, I try to keep a positive attitude as far as with everything, but I would be lying to y'all if I said that this is the one thing because I can't control it. For the most part, I've got a lot of control with a lot of the things that I do, but I can't control this one. And I have to allow it to be what it's going to be. So it's been a learning process for me. I've grown so much as I'm on this journey. It's teaching me patience. It's teaching me a lot of things, but it is difficult. But it is. And you're right. You do have to know. You have to, and you got to be able to express it. That's why I'm just like, look, I have my own platform. I know I'm not the only woman that's going through this. I know I'm not the only woman that has like this silent clock that's in the back of her head that it feels like it's going off because things are not happening right now. I can't be the only one. And if we always make it where it's taboo to talk about some of these things, how do we truly heal? How can we truly, you know, come to a place of understanding different perspectives and what people are going through? You know, I think the craziest thing, you know, y'all know I got another little baby on the way for my sister. You know, I'm like, I got my nephew, I got my other little baby cooking in the oven. And, you know, people are so rude. They like, well, when are you and your husband going to do it? And when you going to do it? And I'm like, we've been trying, you know, but now I'm starting to get a little bit more snarky with my responses because I'm like this. I don't have an answer. They don't have an answer for me. It just ain't happened yet. It ain't in God's timing. Okay. Yes. Amen. Amen, Auntie Tracy. I love y'all. I just want to share that. But what I will say is that on a more positive note, let me see. Auntie Tracy says someone else's journey can be another person's treasure. Absolutely. And that was why I literally sat there. She said, mind your uterus is what I would say. Girl, don't even talk to me about uterus after today, girl. Call me after the show, girl. Call me after the show. But yeah, no, I went back and forth on if I was going to share or talk anything about it because naturally it's very private. You know, even Anthony asked me, he's like, are you sure you want to mention that you've been having? And I'm like, you know what? I am. I'm going to do it because somebody else can benefit from hearing your story or hearing the fact that they're not alone in whatever it is that is going on. So thank y'all for listening. That's my TED Talk brought to you by, okay. But moving on, you know, even though that's been going on, there's been a lot of highs. There's been a lot of great things that's been going on. Family is here. I love you, Auntie Tracy. And thank you for being there for me today. I want to acknowledge that publicly. I don't know. Where would I be if I didn't know you? Okay. Period. This week at work, so y'all know I be talking a lot of sugar honey iced tea about the things that go on at work, but ultimately, I'm not gonna lie, I do love what I do. And this week I received the Example of Excellence Award from my 9 to 5, honey, for the work that I've been putting in. Like when I tell y'all, I've been putting in work. Y'all know I'm on the management team for a high rise. I also manage a historic retail sector for one of the historic buildings in Chicago. Like, it's lit. I'm in the midst of planning a very, very big festival, you know, like a music series. And y'all, even that is like, it's growing. It's so many things. I'm the liaison between the properties. Like, I do so much. And as much as I talk sugar honey iced tea about it, I love it. I love what I do. And my team acknowledged me this week. Like my manager texted me the other night. She's like, make sure you dress cute tomorrow. I'm like, dress cute? I'm like, girl, for what? Like, why do you need me to do all of that? But okay, let me step. And I came in and it was like a regular day. And then I noticed like all my staff was coming into the office. I'm like, why is everyone here? They're about to try to overwhelm me. That's what I was thinking initially. And they did in a good way, but they literally walked in, and then my manager came up to my desk because they all went back to her desk and like closed the door. So I'm like, okay, how y'all having a meeting without me? I'm like, don't nobody have no meetings without me. What are y'all doing back there? And they came out and they presented me with it, and my team had nothing but great things to say. And y'all, it really, really warmed my heart. It warmed my heart because you know what I can say in all of the years that I've been working, and I've been working since I was 15. Well, my people that have been with me since I was slinging burgers at White Castle. Y'all remember the onions and the shoes, baby? I've been in the trenches, okay? I used to cut deli meat at Walmart and wipe ass for St. Coletta's, okay? I have done it all. I've literally done it all. But when I got to commercial real estate, I recognized that that was my industry. That was my energy. You know, like that was what I needed in my life, was to be in commercial real estate. Do you feel me? Do you feel me? So when they presented that to me, it was everything. You know, I also was highlighted with the Black Podcasters Association, which I am a member of. I plan on being a super active member of that organization. If you are a Black podcaster, you need to go. You need to have a membership. You need to be a part of the network of people that are doing exactly what you're doing. They're based out of New York. You know, they featured me. They featured my good sis, Renita from Be Your Own Kind. We are both members. Shout out to Sam and Kimberly from Beers and White Toes podcast that actually put us in tune with that particular group. And we're about to really make some noise, period. That's what's happening. It's just happening. So, you know, being able to put in the work and being patient enough for those things to overflow. That's the love it this week. That is the love it. That's the love it. Whitney said this week was cracking for you. You was getting all the awards. Baby, they was trying to award your girl down. Award me down, baby. Award me down. And I'm here for it. Okay. Whitney said, baby, been working since 15. 15 years old. 15. Baby, I would go to school at Rich Central. Rich Central is no more. Okay, they've taken away our school. I went to Rich Central, and when I would get off work, I would take my car and I would go right over to the White Castle in Homewood. And if you know, baby. Because I tell you what, I had my best friend Jerome. He worked across the street at Wendy's, and I had my girl Aaliyah that worked at Popeyes. Y'all, the things that we used to do when we worked there, baby, I'm like, come get these sliders and let me get a 3-piece. Can I get a 3-piece? Can I get to the yams? Okay. Can I get a junior bacon cheeseburger? Hello. Okay. We did so much. So I've been working, but you know, this is the thing. I do what I have to do, and I'm not here for the applause, right? I don't need the pub for it. I don't need any of that. So when it does come and it comes organically, it's not prompted. Y'all, they had me almost in tears up in there. Like even the stuff that they were saying, I was like, wow. You guys really like me. You guys really like me. I love it. Hey, cuz. We got Lynn Miller tuning in. Hey, cuz. Hey. They just hey cousin each other. Hey, y'all. I love y'all. Last but not least, so I'm going to have to say that the last love it for tonight has to be creating new connections, okay? When I did get inducted into the Business Hall of Fame, shout out to One Business Chicago, I had the opportunity to meet a lot of affluent Black people within the Chicagoland area, and I was honored alongside them. Y'all, I mean, I'm still kind of in awe at that, at some of the people that were in that room. And there was one connection that I made that I can't release too much right now, but I need you all to tune in next week. Yep. Next week is going to be a jam-packed show. But this particular guest that I'm bringing on, we will be announcing a new partnership that's going to be very, 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 very beneficial for any of my listeners, whether if you tune in with me through Facebook and YouTube, or you're tuning in on Fluent, Jams, Indie 101.5, or Mixed Talk. You're going to be able to benefit from this, and I want to bring you along. So I need y'all to know next week, I need y'all to be listening in so that you can get the information and we can make sure that you are a part of this next venture. Because remember, it's, I'm doing it, I'm spearheading it, but it's not about me. It's always about y'all. I'm very, very thankful for opportunities where I can go and network with other people, because if you are a business owner and you are in the Chicagoland area, we know how small it can be, but also how many people that we miss out on that we don't get to see because we just don't cross paths. So I'm very thankful for this person that's going to be coming on next week. I'm very thankful for the announcement that we're going to be able to make. And that's how we're going to cap that off. But I know somebody going to feel me on this, and I'm going to just take a sip before I say it. This is the hated it for the night, and this is going to end it all. I hate the Microsoft Outlook chime. Drink. I hate it. When I am on my computer and I hear the Microsoft Outlook chime, I know it's going down. And I don't like it. Not Whitney said it's a family reunion tonight. Bye, Whitney. Bye. Bye. Let me go. We got to take a quick break. But when I come back, I have tonight's What Would You Do? And y'all, this guy is in a real sticky situation and he needs our help. It's giving urgent. We'll be right back.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. That's doihaveprediabetes.org.
Wait, did they just say 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes? That's 33.33333% of adults. That means it could be me, my boss, or my boss's boss, or me, my favorite sister, or my other sister. That's 7 members of my 21-person romantic book club. Wait, the 1 in 3 could be me, my karaoke partner Carol, or my karaoke enemy Jeff. I'm gonna take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
And now, introducing one of the newest BossFluent creations, Lady. Lady is a women's fragrance that will leave men mesmerized and have you feeling beyond amazing. Its sweet and soft aroma will bring out your inner divine feminine and keep him wanting more, over and over again. Lady, a BossFluent product coming soon. Make sure you check out our fragrances and much more online at www.bossfluentent.com. Let's get into today's What Would You Do? Where we're talking about real situations with real people and offering real solutions.
Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. It's your girl, MzMetchi, checking in. Make sure if you haven't done so already that you are dropping those businesses in the comments. I've got a few of my business friends that are here with me on there. So I need you to drop that information so that they can shop the collection, baby. Go ahead and drop it in the comments. Let's get into tonight's What Would You Do? Now, y'all grab your drink because, baby, this man is in a situation and he needs our assistance, okay? What's going on in the comments? What y'all talking about? She said, girl, what OMG, my stuff stays off. Bye. www.justwit.com. Y'all make sure y'all get into them, my good sis, okay? Let's go ahead and get into tonight's What Would You Do? Hold on, I need something. I'm a little parched. I'm like, can I get to the pop? Okay. He said, I'm in a very bad situation. My cousin-in-law, my wife's cousin, came on to me and I rejected her. But I was scared to tell my wife because they can't stand each other. And my wife is very impulsive. Also, I didn't want to be the cause of a family fallout, but I decided to talk to someone about it. I talked to my sister-in-law about it, and she told me not to say anything since nothing really happened. After a while, it was really bothering me to hide something this serious from my wife. So I decided to talk to her about it, and she went off and confronted her cousin about it. And her cousin didn't deny it. Her reply was, I'm an adult and single. The problem is your married man because he gave me mixed signals. FYI, she was my client, but I terminated our business relationship when she came on to me. Luckily, I kept all the proof of flirty text messages, inappropriate pictures, and missed phone calls late at night. And my wife read all the messages and saw that I was rejecting her consistently. Now I feel bad because my wife is mad and upset at her entire family, and she's cut them off. And I feel like I'm the cause of it. I could have stayed quiet and not said anything because nothing really happened. But I was also afraid that one day my wife would find out and feel betrayed. Did I do too much? What would you have done in my situation? Y'all, I mean, I might be one of the only few that will actually like say this. And y'all tell me if I'm wrong, but I think he definitely should have told his wife. Come on now. Her cousin came on to you. She's sending you inappropriate text messages and photos. Blast her. Blast her. Blast her. You reaching out to your cousin's man? What? The sister-in-law said, don't say anything? I'm sorry. It's no way. It's no way that one of my cousins is going to come on to my brother-in-law and we're not going to tell my sister. What? What do you mean? That's my sister at the end of the day. I'm never going to tell her husband. I'm not going to tell Mr. Kendrick, like, Kendrick, sir, brother-in-law, don't say anything. Keep the family peace. Hell no. Hell no. No. Whitney said I would have told too. Bing bong. I'm about to tell you. If I go around my husband's family and one of them try to hit on me, I'm telling that man before we can even put our seatbelt on before we leave. I might spare him at the actual place, but I'm going to tell my man that his cousin was doing the most, not the lesser. Because why? And then for the cousin to say, I'm an adult and single. The problem is your married man because he gave me mixed signals. Girl, what? Do cousin Faith want to beat down? Help me. My cousin Lynn said, yes, he did the correct thing. I agree. You need to say something. She said, there is no way, Whitney, there is no way. It's no way that he shouldn't have told his wife. He did the right thing. If you weren't genuinely trying to mess with that girl and that girl was coming on to you and doing the most, you did right by saying something. I'm sorry. Auntie Tracy said World War II, World War III, World War IV. What? Whitney, not you said I'm snitching. Bye. I feel you though. It's not like this is like a I can't even think of a situation where it wouldn't be appropriate. Like if it's someone that you're going to be in close vicinity with, you absolutely need to be having that conversation of, hey, your cousin did something that was like a little odd, or this person did something that was odd. It shouldn't be a secret. It shouldn't be something that, you don't say anything about. It's wildly inappropriate for you not to say anything. Come on now. My cousin Lynn said, I would have told it. The sister-in-law would eventually tell it, and then all hell would have broken loose. Right. Once he may have been able to actually, if he did not want to say something, he probably would have had a better chance at doing that before he told the sister-in-law. Once you involve somebody else, because he asked, did he do too much? What would we have done in his situation? When you decided to let in another party on that information, you had to tell your wife. You did. So as far as keeping it a secret or taking it to the grave, like I'm not going to say anything, you kind of lost those privileges once you decided to open up your mouth and actually say what happened to somebody else that's in close vicinity to your wife. It's not like you told your homeboy or you told your cousin or your dad or, you know, someone that's close, your coworker. You told her sister. So yeah, you did the right thing by saying something. Okay. Auntie Tracy said to put her on blast. I agree. This cousin sound like cousin Faith. As I said, with one of the last things where it was another cousin that was acting up on the other, what would you do? That sounds like a cousin that needs to be tumbling somewhere, like some steps. So I mean, something. You're inappropriate. You're inappropriate if you're coming on to your family member's significant other. Step one, my lord. Hey sis, pouty girls checking in. All my pouty girls. Wendy, I have on my pouty girls tonight. Do you like the lips? Yes. For those that are tuning in, let me give them a little ASMR. Yes. Okay. Because I just feel, I mean, it's the blonde and the red for me. I'm not going to be able to get over it. I got two of my favorite beauty gals here with me. Pouty girls. Just lit. It's lit tonight. It's lit. It's lit. Whitney, I don't know what you posted. She posted something. I'm thinking it's a meme or something like that. But yeah, in this situation, I don't think that he was wrong. I absolutely would have done the same thing. I actually would have told my significant other before I said anything to anyone else. Because with family, unfortunately, you have people that are like that they're going to ride with their family, whether if they are wrong as two left shoes. So I would have personally said something to the wife first, period. She said, I sent some stars. Yes, girl, you better send the stars. Yes. Send them stars. Y'all can send stars too. Y'all know I got stars. Okay. I got stars. Yeah, in this situation, it's just always best to be honest. Because this is the thing. If he wouldn't have said anything and the sister would have said something, or the cousin was going to use that as ammunition, like, well, your man be talking to me. Did he tell you about this? And I sent him this. It avoids the fallout. So I applaud him for being honest and for regarding his wife. And this is the thing, brother, sister, brother. If your wife had to cut her family off, trust me, it wasn't just this situation that did it. It was not just this one situation that made it where she had to cut everybody off. She been probably needed to cut them off. Because I'm sorry, love the family. I'm thankful that I have a great family, both my immediate and my extended family on both sides. Love my family to pieces. I'm thankful for that. But what I do also recognize is that everyone doesn't have that family dynamic. So while I and my cousins, you know, my extended family, whatever the case is, we wouldn't dibble and dabble with each other's significant others. There are some families that they don't have any respect, if that's the right word. So some things are just gonna fly in certain families and some are not. But if they trying to do like Operation Cover Up for the cousin talking to this woman's husband, they needed to have been probably cut off or at least put on ice for a little bit. Now, what would I do in the situation? Now, after you've blown the spot up, which you should have because you did the right thing. Now, you know, there can be a little, there can be some type of conversation. You can try to get her to at least maybe talk to the girl. I don't know. But as for me, anybody that's comfortable enough to be sending inappropriate pictures or things like that to my husband, not my baby daddy, not my boyfriend, not just some dude that I met at the club, but my entire husband, baby, you got to go. Quickly, fastly, and hurriedly. Auntie Tracy said, this ain't no Jerry Springer. Girl, they was trying to make it a Jerry Springer episode. Did you see it? Did you see it? Too much. It's team too much. Okay. Team too much. So I think that we're all on the same page that Buddy actually did the right thing. I don't think that there's anything differently that he should have done. I think besides the fact that the first conversation should have been with his wife. You don't let certain things like that linger. I do appreciate the fact that he terminated his business relationship with this woman because clearly she's toxic. She's thirsty. You're so thirsty that you would try to push up on your cousin's spouse. Understand the depths of despair that you have to be in to be that desperate. It's not giving what it's supposed to give. Let me get back in these comments. What are y'all talking about over here? She said, okay, girl. Okay. Yes, the girlies are saying hello to each other. Yes, trash. Whitney, it's trash. Like, how can you feel right in your mind to do that to your cousin? I think that's a good place to go ahead and take a quick commercial break. When I come back, I have tonight what's happening, what's up. And y'all, I got some crazy stories to report to y'all. So, I mean, we'll be right back. We'll be right back.
What grows in the forest? Trees? Sure. Know what else grows in the forest? Our imagination, our sense of wonder, and our family bonds grow too. Because when we disconnect from this and connect with this, we reconnect with each other and build family memories we will carry with us forever. The forest is closer than you think. Find a forest near you and start exploring at discovertheforest.org. It's easy. Just put in your zip code to find family-friendly outdoor destinations near you. You'll also find guides to free activities, games, and amazing forest facts. Give the magic of the outdoors to your kids and reconnect with your family. Find a forest near you at discovertheforest.org. That's discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Hey, y'all, it's your girl, MzMetchi, checking in, reminding you to shop my exclusive collection, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi, where we've got shades and everything that you need to look fly. Oh, and we also offer accessories. So ladies, put a little bit of razzle-dazzle in your collection today. Be sure to shop with me and follow on social media at Lavish Looks by MzMetchi. Grab your products today at MzMetchi.com/shop. Time to get into what's happening and what's up in these streets. Let's get it.
Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. It's your girl, MzMetchi. If you haven't already, make sure that you are dropping those businesses in the comments if you're tuning in with us on Facebook or YouTube. Let's go ahead and get into it tonight. Now, look, the gun problem is off the chain. Let's have a conversation. Law enforcement across the country, including the Chicagoland area, are working to combat a dangerous trend of criminals using small devices that turn a semi-automatic handgun into a fully automatic weapon. Okay, so in the streets, they're known as switches. Okay, so it can take a gun and make it go ra-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And they're discovering more and more of these devices. Okay. Now, if you all are from the Chicagoland area like myself, you know that the guns, it's a problem out here. They, you know, the radio stations on 1 second will say, hey, put the guns down. And the next second they are playing Chief Keef and they are setting it up. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's a lot going on right now. So please, y'all, be cognizant of what's going on. Please be cognizant. Wait a minute, y'all comments is crazy. I put it up. It's too many cousin fakes. It is. That's also what's happening and what's up. Yeah, from the what would you do? That lady should go and marry at first sight so she could stop messing with her cousin's husband. Hold on. Shout out to Wendy. She said beapoutygirl.com for pouty girls. Y'all make sure y'all use promo code MechiPouty2 so that you can get you a little, get you a little something on so you could be looking like this. And I like that. I'm just joking. I'm just talking. Whitney said, that's crazy. Lord help us. Yeah, they are literally finding these devices and people are taking these guns that are already dangerous when they're in the wrong hands and they're making it even more dangerous. So y'all be on the lookout. We just have to stay cognizant. Okay. We have to stay cognizant. Hey, pouty girls. Hey. Yes. Okay. So y'all check this out. Y'all want to hear some? Let's talk about some of the weird stuff that's going on. 2 men in Nebraska have been cited for killing an American bald eagle and planning to eat it. Yes, you heard it right. 2 men from Nebraska. 2 men from Nebraska wanted to eat an American bald eagle. Wow. Y'all, what's wrong with people? Is Is it crack? It's got to be something. Y'all, why do these two men want to eat a bald eagle? Come on now. Come on now. I mean, I be a little bit funny with trying to eat different stuff too. You know, I think probably like the weirdest thing for me was trying alligator for the first time. I was like, this is different. I mean, you know, like, I mean, Whitney said bye. That's what I said when I read this. I'm like, no, these two men did not bust down an American bald eagle and was trying to tear it up like it was Harold's chicken. Do you hear me? She said, well, they brothers. Two men from Nebraska, auntie. Wendy says sick as AF. Girl, why are y'all trying to bust down an American eagle? Whitney, I'm done. I'm done. Y'all, if you tuning in with us on Facebook, they said chicken too high. So an American bald eagle? It's got to be a shortage of them somewhere. What? Like, y'all, I'm really trying to understand. No, they were not brothers. I don't think that they were brothers, y'all. No, they was not brothers. Okay. Auntie Tracy said, don't they got chicken birds in the store? Girl, they ain't got no American bald eagle. Like, that's like me walking up in Food for Less right now, going to the butcher like, y'all got any American bald eagle? Like, what? You sound crazy. You are not gonna go to Jewel's Osco. Yes, I call it Jewel's because they are too high. You're not gonna go to Jewel's Costco, okay? Costco, Sam's Club, you know, Jewel. You're not about to go there. Dominic's, Mariano's. You're not going to any of those places and walking up to the counter and asking for no American bald eagle. It's just not happening. Whitney said the alligator tastes like chicken. These are facts. They are. She said they were lovers. Girl, they had to have been something. They were crazy, is what they were. Lynn said that's like they said last night on the news to eat bullfrogs. Cousin, what? What do you mean? Auntie Tracy, I'm not going to read that comment, but I'm going to put it up for everybody else to see. Yep. She said, no offense. Thank you. We're going to back that last comment up with that. Whitney said, let me get that eagle sliced thin. Ma'am. I'm hiding because she's crazy. Moving along. So did you all hear, okay, you all know the anniversary of Kobe Bryant passing, it just passed by. And his wife, Vanessa Bryant, received $28.85 million in a settlement due to those crash photos that had been put out and released by the team that kind of handled that scene after that helicopter crash that him and his daughter was involved in, as well as the other people that were on the flight with them. And, there, of course, there's always a lot of hoopla as far as people being like, oh, she shouldn't get this, she shouldn't get that. What we have to realize is that, the world has become so insensitive to when people are going through things and, and when people pass away and stuff. Like, there's no way that we should have seen scenes from when Kobe Bryant was, and his daughter were killed. There was no reason why when when Takeoff just passed from the Migos, that they had images and videos of him laid out on the ground. Like, have we become that insensitive that you all are putting out videos and images of things that are not supposed to be that way? No, ma'am. Wendy is crazy. She said, wow, look at those low rates. Y'all, if you just tuning in, they talking about the two guys from Nebraska that was trying to eat the American bald eagle. Y'all play too much. Okay? Whitney said good for her because they was wrong for that. I agree. I believe she was owed every dollar that she was trying to get at that particular point, because y'all know that they shouldn't have been taking any pictures of that particular scene. That was horrific what happened to him. I will never forget that the day when Kobe Bryant was and his family, when they were killed on that helicopter. I will never forget it. And never ever did I couldn't even bring myself. I wouldn't click no link that even looked like it might have had the photos of what was going on, because it spread it spread so rapidly that it was ridiculous. And that was disgusting to me, because why do you want to see them like that? I would rather remember people like that and their, in their legacy, doing the things that made them smile, when they were happy, when they were laughing and smiling. I don't want to see you in your last days, your last moments like that, especially with how horrific that was. That was a horrible way for them to pass. And then for it to be publicized the way that it was, and to know that it was internal. The people that's supposed to protect and serve us was the ones that was putting the images out. She is owed every dollar of that $28.85 million settlement that she was requesting. Okay. Wendy, y'all crazy. Y'all are crazy. Yeah, Wendy, they were totally out of line. They shouldn't have did that. Lynn said they were taking pics and apparently selling them. That part. You selling the photos of it. Come on now. You are asking for it. Get that woman her money and pay it over pronto. Okay. Now, for all of my listeners that are tuning in, if you have kids that are under the age of 18, okay, that are on TikToker, they're TikTokers. TikTok is unveiling a 1-hour time limit for users under the age of 18. With this particular enhancement to their app, they're going to be monitoring that time. And when you get to an hour, you have to have a passcode in order to enter to continue streaming and, checking out all of that they have to offer on the app. And the way that I feel about it is like, I think I need that as an adult. I'm like, do they have that for people that's maybe like 40 and under? Or because when I tell y'all TikTok takes over my life. At nighttime, like I love to get to the end of my day and do my workout and take my shower and get in the bed and just get all comfortable. And then I just bing right onto TikTok. If they had a 1-hour time limit on TikTok, I just believe that I would get more sleep at night, because I wouldn't be laughing myself into oblivion. TikTok is that's like the second component to my therapy. I love it there. Whitney said, I need that time limit. Heck, girl, just said it. When I tell you need it right away, yes, it is an hour a day. So it's an hour a day. So once you reach to an hour cumulative on the TikTok app, if you're under 18, they will knock you off and you have to enter a passcode in order to get back in. So, let's see how it works out. I feel like it's going to be a lot of kids lying and saying that they over 18, baby. They're not going to do that. She said, oh, I love that. Yeah, girl, TikTok takes too much of my time. I might as well. I mean, if the time that I watch TikTok, I could file it on my taxes, I'd have a hell of a deduction. Do you hear me? She said, sign me up. Y'all crazy. So did y'all know that Chili from TLC and former Boy Meets World star Matthew Lawrence, that they kind of dating right now? Odd couple, right? But I love it. I'm like, Chili deserves to be happy. And baby, because she done been through it. She got with Polar Usher. Her life ain't been the same. She like, look. Okay, I'm finna go over to the other side. It's given I'm about to go to the other side. Whitney said, yeah, I seen that. Yeah, me too, sis. I'm just finna throw on my glasses real quick because I just feel like I'm fly. Y'all like these? I know y'all do. Mood. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like it's a little bit odd. We're gonna see how it worked though. I don't know why. It'd be like the real beautiful, like super beautiful, like women. I'm like, they be switching out boyfriends, like, but that's another topic for another day. Whitney said he looked like Dahmer. Dang, he does just a little bit. Shout out to Chili though. Go ahead, girl. Do your thing, baby. If they ain't gonna, you go with somebody that's gonna treat you right. It don't matter what color they are. Okay, we all bleed the same thing. Did y'all hear about the 65-year-old black mother? A black grandmother, she ended up finding $50 on the floor at a supermarket and ended up getting beat up by 3 of the white staff that was working at the store, at the supermarket. Did y'all hear about that? Then when the police came, they arrested the lady that was getting beat up. They arrested her granddaughter. Do you hear me? Y'all, they did it around Black History Month. I was like, the audacity, the caucasity. How y'all gonna beat up on this 65-year-old woman and then arrest the granddaughter because she was trying to defend her? Make it make sense. Y'all, they was really tussling with this 65-year-old woman. My cousin Lynn said she saw it and it was awful. Absolutely. I was mortified when I saw that. I hope that whoever she sues, that she too, like Vanessa Bryant, gets every dollar that's due to her. Because why are y'all around here putting y'all hands on a 65-year-old woman? Shame. Shame. Okay, where are all of my Real Housewives of Atlanta fans? Where are you? Grab your cups. Did y'all hear about your girl, Drew Sidora? And her husband, I almost called him her wife, Ralph Pittman. So look, the news broke it that Ralph, her husband, and if you all watched the Real Housewives of Atlanta, he was a little bit of a gaslighter and a narcissist on the show. From my perspective, I don't know I don't know this man personally, but just on the show, it seemed like he just did a lot of things. Okay, so the blogs and everyone originally picked up that he was the one that filed, right? Well, Drew Sidora had to come out and set the record straight, child. Not only did she file first, she filed 1 hour before he did. Yeah. She cited that he had been, abusive towards her, which, if you watch the show, you can kind of tell that it was a little bit something that was off there. And it was. I felt like after the last season that they were on, I'm just like, she should probably be done with him. When he told her that he had given her steak and lobster and all she deserved was a Lunchable, baby, I was through with Ralph Pittman that day. Whitney, you've been listening to the tea all day. Girl, the tea was piping hot today, wasn't it? She said he did a lot. He was so trashy. He was. Like, for me, it was him when he went off. For my Real Housewives of Atlanta people that are listening. For me, I was done with Ralph when he had gone off to, wasn't it Florida? Or he went somewhere like that and didn't say anything to his wife. He didn't say anything. He just gonna disappear. Oh, baby, you disappearing, and you're not just disappearing for a day, for a night, some stuff where it's like this. We might have to tussle a little bit, but we could probably work through that. You gonna leave the house and be gone on a trip, and you're not saying where you're at, who you're with, what you're doing. When he said when he left for 3 days, I was done. Girl, that was my moment. I'm like this. Hey. We don't do stuff like that. We're going to do a lot of things, but we're not going to do that. Okay. She said he wanted to go to the beach, and he did. He did. But with his boo thing. Because I bet you it's going to come out that he was doing a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, she said he was cheating and doing everything anyway. Speaking of crazy people, an Indonesian man's penis was severed by his girlfriend after he attempted to blackmail her into sex. She reportedly cut off his penis after he threatened to release their sex tapes in an effort to blackmail her into sleeping with him again. The 28-year-old man, who was not named, he was transported to a near hospital after the attack. It occurred at a hotel in Sabolga in North Sumatra on Saturday. So this past Saturday, he got his little stuff handed to him. Literally. He literally got it handed to him. How you gonna threaten to release her sex tapes because she won't sleep with you? And then you thought it was going to happen by threatening her to do that. Like, come on now. You're working backwards, sir. And now it ain't working for you at all. Yes, Auntie Tracy, for real. She said for real. For real, girl. For real. Last thing, this is for my listeners that's tuning in that have young children. Okay. It's a new stomach bug that's out. Okay. It is targeting children. Okay. The CDC is warning of the nationwide spike in shigellosis. I hope I spelled that right, but y'all know. It's a highly contagious bacterial infection that attacks the intestines, and it causes inflammatory and diarrhea, bloody diarrhea, according to the agency. Okay, so the CDC is already responding to this, but look, I'm just here to bring you the news that you could use. Okay, I'm here to tell you what's happening and what's up in the streets. If you got a little one and they little tummy start acting up, seek help immediately, baby, because they're saying that this is going around and it has already killed over 50,000 kids under the age of 5 every year, according to the CDC. So this is another thing we got to look out. You got to look out for. Whitney, she said, Lord, we can't take nothing else. Girl, I mean, it's like COVID drained me. What Marlo say? Oh, this day drained me. COVID did that to me. I'm like, I cannot take no more sickness and ailments. I am done. I'm sincerely done. It's got to stop somewhere. Okay. It's got to stop. Now, look, it's time for me to pay some bills. But when I come back, we are getting into tonight's topic, which is how do you handle rejection? Okay. Some of the things that we're going to talk about on this segment tonight can be relatable in your professional life, your personal life, or whatever. But I genuinely want to know from my listeners, how do you all handle rejection? Okay. Make sure you drop those businesses in the comments. We're going to go ahead and slide. We're going to slide into this break. I'll be right back.
I was in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean when it happened. There was a sudden jolt and our submarine crashed on the seafloor. We were in total darkness.
That's Dr. Dejana Figueroa, a marine biologist and STEM teacher, talking about a deep sea dive she'll never forget.
It's funny, when I was a kid, I was afraid of the ocean. And there I was, 2 miles below the surface. But as a scientist, you prepare for that. Using our training and a little creativity, we fixed the sub and finished our experiments. The dive was just too important. Every dive gives us glimpses at things few people ever get to see. Glowing creatures, fiery undersea volcanoes. When we got back to the surface, I kissed the ground and called my mom, of course. But you know what? I wouldn't trade that dive for anything.
Dr. Figueroa uses her passion for STEM to discover new things and make the world a better place. She can STEM, so can you. Check out She Can STEM for more stories and inspiration. A message from the...
And now, introducing one of the newest BossFluent creations, Lady. Lady is a women's fragrance that will leave men mesmerized and have you feeling beyond amazing. Its sweet and soft aroma will bring out your inner divine feminine and keep him wanting more, over and over again. Lady, a BossFluent product coming soon. Make sure you check out our fragrances and much more online at www.bossfluentent.com. Now it's time for the Blueprint Live's topic of the day. Let's get into it.
Hey, everybody. It's your girl, MzMetchi. Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. Okay. I hope wherever you are good right now. It's time to go ahead and jump into our topic of the night, which is how do you handle rejection? Okay. Because I want to know. I want to know how you handling the rejection. Now, look. Rejection is the dismissing and refusal of a proposal, an idea, or something of that sort. Okay. So I just want to know from you all, how do you handle it personally? Because we have all in some type of way experienced some form of rejection. So I think it's super important to talk about it. It's super important to talk about it. Did I have more news for y'all? No, I did not. Okay. I'm like this. I'm like, I thought I had more news. This is the thing. Rejection, it can be really, really hard. And from what I've been reading, it's broken down into 5 different stages as far as that rejection. So it's denial, anger, bargaining, the depression that comes from it, and then acceptance of the fact that you was like, hey, I've actually been rejected. So you're going through like these cycles of rejection. And I mean, I think that we all know you can experience rejection from a number of different avenues in your life. So it could be personal, it could be with somebody that you might be, you trying to get to know them, whatever. It could be from a job. I tell you what, that's probably where I have received the most rejections, is when I have been trying to go for more or go to like the next, I'm trying to level up, I'm trying to do some different things. And I experienced a lot of the things with rejection even when I started my business. Like, I think the the funniest thing is that when I first started my platform, people that I know, some people that have, even no lie, they didn't been on the show. They had to spin the block back. That I used to reach out and I'd be like, oh, would you be a guest on my show? I'd love to have you. Blase, skip. And, they would leave me on red. They wouldn't say anything back. Or they'd be like, oh, I'm going to get with you. Wouldn't say anything. The conversations kind of faded to black, right? Which is fine. Everyone has the right to decide what they want to do or what they don't want to do. Right? But then as things started to look up for me, and here they come, they were spinning the block, Now, in that rejection that I felt initially, when it's like, okay, I'm like, I know you seen my message, or I know you saw me reaching out, or you're doing those things, a long time ago, I would like, feel some type of way, like, oh my goodness, why are y'all acting like that? But with any type of rejection, you have to allow yourself to go through those stages, the ones that I named, the denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. You have to allow yourself to go through that stuff. Okay. Because if it's meant for you, it's going to circle back around. It just, sometimes rejection is not even just like a flat out no. It's just not at this time, depending on what it is that you need. But I can honestly say that in business and in my professional life is where I felt the most rejection. As far as when it came to like dating and stuff like that, I'm like, baby, look, miss out on this blessing if you want to. Miss out. Like, it didn't faze me so much. Well, like if you talk to somebody and things like fade out or they fade to black or whatever the case is, I'm just like, let it fade. What's supposed to be for me is supposed to be to me. Like, rejection for me is always tied to like, oh, we can't get no money. You're not trying to give me some money? Like, that's when it affects me. That's when I'm just like this. Okay, I need to do a little bit of bargaining. I guess I'm gonna have to do a little bit of accepting. For me, as far as how I handle it personally, the biggest thing is that if you feel like you've been rejected in any type of way is that you have to first acknowledge and accept the fact that you have been rejected, right? And a lot of times you don't want to do that. It doesn't feel good. I think even more so when you're talking about relationships or like friendships or just anything where it's like a relationship that's involved. I think those are probably the times where rejection feels the suckiest, right? Like, why am I going through this? You have to be able to find a way. You have to be able to find a way to kind of maneuver through those feelings and accept the fact that it's like you are being rejected. Funny thing, I am in the group Real Talking Jeans, which my good friends Crystal and Jason, they're going to be joining me next week too on the show. So we're going to have some fun next week chatting with them. But you all know Real Talking Jeans is all about talking about relationships and different things. And I can't remember if it was Crystal or if it was their friend, their other friend that had posed the question of like, have you been ghosted? And y'all know we've talked about ghosting on the show. That's a form of rejection too, right? And they ask, have you ever been ghosted? And then they asked, how did it make you feel in the group? And, I loved the transparency of it all because I think that the first thing that everyone acknowledged was that you have to first recognize that you are kind of being ghosted. You're being a little bit rejected at that particular moment, right? But then you also have to be able to acknowledge how you feel as far as that's concerned, because naturally anything that you invest yourself in, your time, your body, your mind, your emotions, anything, you don't want that to ultimately like go against you. You don't want to feel rejection as far as that once you're invested, but you have to acknowledge how you feel. So for me, when it comes down to rejection, I'm like, hey, you know what? It is what it is. But it took time to get to that place. It wasn't always like that. I would be in my feelings like the next person. You get those emails. We decided to go with another candidate for this. You like, God dog it. Yeah, if y'all on TikTok, y'all know that one video where it be like, one kiss is all it takes, then falling in love with me. And then he throw the headset off. That used to be me when I would get those emails when I was actively trying to get out of there. Who remember my Regis days? Baby, I was trying to get up out of there like an inmate that was trying to escape out of captivity, honey. That wasn't supposed to be there. I'm like, I got to get up out of here. Every rejection email that I get, I'm like, I got to take it in stride. I got to take it in stride. But if you don't know how to handle the rejection, I got a few things that I want to share with y'all that I felt like, I was like, you know what? These are the steps. And it's 7 steps of what they say. And you all can look this up. I'm going to try to even share it on the Blueprint Live page or the Blueprint Media Company page. You all should be following that. Let me get in these comments to see what y'all talking about. I do want to share these 7 principles. Auntie Tracy said me. Okay, girl, you want me to give you these 7? Okay. So the first step is to recognize that rejection is part of life. Some things aren't meant to be, right? My current company that I'm with. So the first time that I applied to them, I applied for a position that realistically I knew when I applied for it. I was like, this might be a little bit, I'm reaching here. And I did. I had gotten through like the second part of the interview process the first time I applied for them. And they're just like, look, we think that you will be perfect, but we don't have the position that you will be perfect for. And boy, was that a foreshadowing, because it would, literally when it opened, I don't even think that job was posted. They said, if you see something else, you see this position, apply for it and reach back out to us. I don't even think it had been posted for a whole hour when I circled back with them, when I saw the position that I'm in now. That would have been kind of like the prelude to the position I had originally applied for. And the first time when it was a rejection, I was just like, oh my gosh. I'm like, I really want to leave. I really want to be a part of this company. I want to leave. I was ready to get up out of Regis. It just wasn't time. It was not meant to be at that particular moment, because what I recognize now, being in the role that I'm in now, I would have failed in that role if I would have went like how I did the first time. It was not meant to be at that time. Okay. So that's step 1. Step 2 is accept what happened. The worst way that you could cope with rejection is trying to deny it. Like we were just talking about the ghosting thing. If somebody ghosts you and you trying to deny and you still hitting them up and you being left on red, baby, and deliver, and you doing all that other stuff, baby, you playing yourself big time. Stop doing that. You got to accept it for what it is. Okay. Step 3 is to process your emotions. Naturally, if you get rejected in any realm of life, you gonna feel some type of way. Unless you just don't have feelings. And then that's a deeper thing. I'm going to need you to reach out to PtalksSoul Coaching. Okay? Quick. Real quick. Did y'all see the plug? Take a moment to process your emotions. You know you're going to feel some way. You're going to feel some type of way. So you got to do that. Number 4 is to treat yourself with compassion. When you feel adverse feelings, be graceful with yourself. Be graceful. I had to even do that today, even with what I shared with you all from the Hate It and Love It. The things that I go through as I'm on my journey to family expansion and doing those things, for every test I took, for everything, it feels like rejection, right? I had to sit with my emotions with that. I had to figure out, how do I feel? How do I feel? My auntie was asking me that earlier, even when we were on the phone and when her and I were talking, she's just like, are you okay? She kept asking me, was I okay? And I'm just like, I'm not. But I had to process that because that was my real feelings. No need of me denying it. It feels like a rejection when you can't get the things that you want, right? At that particular moment, it feels like, okay, why not? Because why? So you have to sit within your feelings. You do. It's very, very important. You're never going to be able to move forward if you don't sit in it. Okay. Number 5 is to stay healthy in the process. Okay. So if you're going through a heartbreak, if you're not getting a job that you want or whatever the case is, baby, you still got to eat. it's given I'm still gonna eat. Because let me tell you the first thing, my auntie was on the phone with me earlier. Oh, baby, I had cried my damn eyes out. And then what did I do afterwards? I went and got some chicken nuggets because all that crying had made your girl hungry. I'm like, baby, I'm hungry now. I'm like, hi, can I have the chicken nuggets with barbecue sauce? Baby, because a chicken nugget is going to make it better for me. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. But no, I did eat that chicken nugget. I did. But guess what I'm going to do? When I finish with the show tonight, I'm going to do my kettlebell swings. Because your girl, summer bodies are made in the winter. Okay? Period. Auntie Tracy said, yes, you do. And you have to believe in you. Absolutely. You have to be in touch with your emotions and do what you have to do to stay healthy. As for me, I had cried so much. I was so fatigued, honey. I was fatigued. Yes, sis. Whitney said, nuggets. You know, baby, let me tell you something about me. Even when I had COVID, y'all, when COVID was going strong, give me my chicken nuggets. Baby. Oh, if they could just make a bridge to my heart, it would be a chicken nugget. Like, girl, bye. Auntie Tracy said, what happened to hot chocolate? I wanted nuggets. And it's as simple as that. I wanted nuggets. Number 6 on this list of how to deal with rejection is to not allow rejection to define you, right? So it's easy in certain situations. Like I said, I mentioned the job stuff. It's very easy that when you are kind of like in that process, you're trying to move on, you're getting all these denial letters, that you begin to kind of like question, like, well, you know, am I good enough? I don't be questioning that no more. I used to. I would be lying, but I don't do that anymore. I'm like, you know what? Delayed but not denied. Okay. And then number 7 is, last but not least, grow from the experience. Okay. All of the situations that I have shared with you all that have been real personal things that have happened to me, as far as in times in my life where I felt rejected, I had to take the pain from those things, or the feelings that I had, and I had to turn it into power. I did. Bing bong. Come on, auntie. You know the vibes. I love it. Bing bong. You have to grow from the experience. I tell everyone, and y'all, I genuinely live by this of allow yourself to have a moment, an episode, or a season. And it's so relevant even in rejection and feeling rejected, right? You have to allow yourself to feel what you feel, but you can't stay there, right? So if for every job that you apply for, you get a rejection, you can't stop applying, right? If you done talk to 2 dudes or 2 women in your life, and they didn't, did some things, or they rejected you, or you tried to holler at somebody, they didn't want to talk to you, for all them people that did that to you, is so many other people that you don't even know that would give you the time of day or do whatever it is. If you got denied from one loan servicer for a mortgage company, it don't mean that Rocket Mortgage or somebody else can't help you. Okay? Don't mean you can't get first time home buyers program. It does not mean that you cannot have whatever it is that's being rejected from you at that time. But you got to be able to grow from the experience and know what you need to do differently. For me, I made my job search more targeted. I was single before I was married, or whatever the case is. Of course, you like, okay, you might be interested in somebody that maybe they're not interested in you like that. Okay, life goes on. So it taught me let me approach dating differently. Let me approach job hunting differently. If you're not growing from some of the growing pains that you have going on, you're going to be stuck within that, right? You can't let it define you. That was number 6. You can't let the rejection define who you are and what you bring to the table. So again, I want to hear from you all how you deal with it. I know I got my ways, baby, but I want to know how y'all deal with it. In the meantime, while y'all type in the comments, I'm going to take a really quick break. And when I come back, we are going to close it out with tonight's quote of the night, baby. We going to close it out. We going to close it out. I'll be right back.
The Black Dollar Days initiative has officially kicked off. Make sure that you join founder Faye Porter in her mission in uplifting the Black community. You can join by registering your business or just replying that you're in and you're ready to be in on this initiative, okay? Visit theblackdollardays.com and do what you need to do to be a part of this. Be a part of the change that you want to see. Make sure that you follow them on all social media and let them know that the Blueprint Media Company sent you. Thank you so much for all of my listeners for tuning in. And now it's time for the quote of the night.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. It's your girl, MzMetchi. I hope that you enjoyed the word from our sponsors. Make sure that after tonight's broadcast, if you're following us on Facebook and Instagram and all of that stuff, make sure that you are following my sponsors and following all of my partners and affiliates. Shout out to Be Your Own Kind. Shout out to Ms. ZWTT, baby. Okay, because she gives us all of our stuff. We love her. And of course, shout out to Fluent Radio, Jams 95.3, Indie 101.5, and Mixed Talk Media. Let's go ahead and jump into tonight's quote of the night. This one I felt like was just so, I had a different quote originally, but I saw this one and it spoke to me really just based off of today. And I really just wanted to share it with you all. So it's a little bit long, but I think it's going to hit. So let's do it. As my auntie would say, bing bong. The path ahead will become clear. And what once felt like a battle you never get through will become a story about how you found your truth. As difficult as it may be while walking through the valley, take your time. Don't rush through this part of the journey. Don't run from the moment that you're in. Walk with confidence, knowing that you're here to learn and grow as a person. Meet your current circumstances with a heart that's ready to experience it all, a heart that's open to discovering something new. You chose to be here when you took the leap of faith and when you left the familiar. You took a bet on yourself and chose to search for more meaning, more purpose, and for more answers. This very desire to uncover your potential and purpose has brought you to where you are now. Ooh. Come on now. I know somebody feel me on that, okay? I know somebody was. Come on, Kim. Come on, sis. She said, amen, I received this. The path ahead will become clear. And what once felt like a battle you never get through will become a story about how you found your truth. Y'all, I'm telling you, whatever it is that you're going through, okay, whatever it is that you are going through, the path will become clear for you. It will. Whatever is supposed to be revealed, whatever is supposed to happen, it will. This, over these last few weeks, I've been able to share a lot of really major accomplishments for my brand, and I haven't been, I'm still a very humble person. I'm so thankful, y'all. Like, y'all don't even understand. Sometimes I'll be like, I don't even want to post that because I don't want nobody to be like, oh, she thinks she all that or whatever the case is. But guess what? It's okay if you all that. It's okay. But when I shared those things, a lot of the times what people don't recognize is that there's a road and there's a journey to get there. Like, y'all got to understand, I've been doing this for over 4 years. And it is just until recently that there's been any recognition for that. I've been, giving y'all the hottest music. I've been every week with the exception of certain weeks where I don't have a guest. Because sometimes I just want to talk to my listeners. I want to talk to my supporters, just me and you and I. Okay. Every week I brought y'all somebody of value to come on and talk about the stuff, whether they were an artist, an entrepreneur, small business, whatever. I've been doing that. But people don't understand the journey sometimes. So some people look at it like, oh, they boasting or they're doing this or whatever the case is. It's like, no, I'm just happy I made it through. You don't know my walk. You don't know my journey. You don't. Y'all don't know. For every business deal that went good, it was about 3 or 4 of them that went bad. Okay. For some of the same people that I helped, they use those same lips that they used to thank me when I was helping them to talk major sugar honey iced tea, baby. It happened. This is real. Okay. It's big real. The path will become clear. So you got to be able to do it for you. You can't do it for nobody else. You can't do everything for the accolades. You can't do all the other stuff. You have to stand in your truth. And I can say for me, I've always had a mission statement. And for those that don't know, I'm like, the Blueprint Media Company is dedicated to showcasing and highlighting entrepreneurs, small businesses, artists, creatives, and anyone making a positive impact in the communities that they serve. The goal is to help them increase their reach and their revenue. I found my purpose. I've been walking in that purpose, and the journey ain't been easy, but have been doing it. So I just want to say to anyone that's tuning in, if you listening, or if you listen to me afterwards, baby, because you know we all on Spotify and iHeart, baby, we everywhere. But if you listen, whatever it is that you got going on, the path is gonna clear up for you. Auntie Tracy said, "Now take that in." Yes, Auntie, I am taking it in, girl. Kim said, "Nah, baby, brag on yourself." Okay, baby, I'm over here to toot. I'm gonna toot my own horn. I told myself last year, I said, you know what? I've been humble. I talked to one of my really good friends, and a few weeks ago we were having this conversation, and he was even sharing to me he's pretty dope as far as in the industry that he serves, and he's just like, man, I'm not playing humble this year. And I was like, oh, talk about it, and as we were speaking, I said, you know what? I've been doing the same thing. You don't want to like seem like you're doing too much, but it's just like sometimes you just doing too much. And that's a good thing. And as for me, I'm gonna continue to keep doing it. Whitney said you've been that girl. Okay, girl, you better speak that over my life. You almost had me cussing, girl. Yes. She said in that order. So that was tonight's quote of the night. I had to share it with you all. Tonight's conversation has been completely off the chain. Okay. I want to thank my special guest, Miss Patrice Simmons, for coming on with me. You all make sure that you go and follow her, go and follow PtalksSoul Coaching. Reach out to her if you're needing some help. You're just needing some assistance as far as with getting through. Y'all make sure that y'all shop with Lavish Looks. Now, I know, Lavish Looks been a little bit quiet because the Blueprint Media Company has been very loud. Let me say that. But the site is still up, so you can visit MzMetchi.com/shop. Go ahead and check me out. I'm probably going to be running some type of blitz or something soon. I want you guys to be lavish. So it's like, come on, get it together. Get it all the way together. If you haven't already, make sure that you're following the Blueprint Media Company and MzMetchi on all platforms. Literally just type it in and we pop right up, okay? Sign up for updates at thebpmediaco.com or MzMetchi.com. And last but not least, shout out to, of course, my amazing sponsors, Fiya Infusions, Black Dollar Days, and Paris Ice Bar. And thank you to all of my listeners that are tuning in with me through Fluent Radio, Jams 95.3, Indie 101.5, and Mixed Talk Media. Next week is going to be a jammed-packed week. I need for you all, okay, if you're tuning in with me, I need y'all to tune in next week. Especially my business owners, my artists, my people that are looking for some genuine exposure outside of just the Chicagoland area, baby. Let me get a hoot and a holler if you're trying to get your roll on with me next week, okay? I need y'all to come back. I've got Crystal and Jason that are going to be joining me. I do have a special guest who will be making our big announcement, and I also have another young lady that has a concierge service, baby, and we're going to be bringing her on to talk about her business and how she could be of service to you and what you got going on. Okay, I love y'all so much, and it's been so real. Okay, I'm gonna get into these comments. What y'all saying over here? What y'all saying? She said, "Please do you." Okay, do you, and I will. But no, I love y'all, and until next week, y'all, bye.